sun is filling up the room, and I can hear you dreaming.
Hi BookTube, it's Missy, and today I'm here to share with you guys my April wrap-up and my May TBR. Now, I was planning on making a regular April wrap-up separate from my May TBR, but I never finished a book in the last week of the month, which I thought I was going to be able to, and I didn't. And so I already did reviews on all of these books. I will just show you the books themselves and move on to the May books. So these are all the books that I read in April. I'll show you all of the covers again. We have Changeless by Gail Carriger. This is the second book in the Parasol Protectorate series. I really enjoy this adult urban fantasy. Then I read Last Sacrifice by Rochelle Mead. This is the final book in the Vampire Academy series. This is a YA paranormal vampire series, which is excellent. I recommend it to everyone. Then I read The 13th Tale by Diane Setterfield. This is an adult historical fiction mystery. Historical fiction being as it's not this actual year. It's somewhere in the past, but not too far in the past. Very, very good. I didn't get the mystery, like what it was going to be, like the secret, until the very end, and it was amazing. I absolutely loved it. This is an adult mystery. Did I already say that? I think I did. I would definitely pick this up. I do own Diane's other book, Black Bell something. I have to find it because I really want to pick that one up next. I also read Carrie by Stephen King. This is his very first novel he ever wrote, his debut novel. It's a very tiny book, about 250 pages, about a teen girl who has telekinesis and pretty much destroys the town that she lives in. I loved it. I also read Beautiful Chaos by Cami Garcia and Margaret Stoll. This is the third book in the Castor Chronicles series. There's 4 books in total, and I am absolutely loving the storyline. I cannot wait for Beautiful Redemption. The cliffhanger at the end of this book made my heart stop. Like, I was devastated. I also read Living Dead Girl. This is by Elizabeth Scott. This is a YA contemporary about a girl who has been abducted and has been with her captor for 5 years. He not only sexually abuses her, but mentally and physically abuses her, and all she wants to do is go back home and get away from this man, and she lives a terrible life with him, and it was extremely devastating, super, super sad. I will probably not pick it up ever again because it was just awful. Not awfully written, but the subject matter was just so, so sad. Then I read French Milk, a nonfiction memoir by Lucy Knisley, and this was just her trip to France with her mom in pictures, and I absolutely loved it. And then I read another graphic novel, which I will leave here, called Paper Girls Volume 1. This is by Brian K. Vaughan and a couple other people. It was okay. I gave it 3 stars. It wasn't that great. It's about girls that actually have a paper route and somehow end up being put into a situation that they don't know how to get out of, and there's 2 enemies fighting side by side, or you know, with the girls in the middle, and there's time travel in it and like prehistoric flying dinosaur things, and it was very strange. And then lastly I read Morris Micklewhite and the Tangerine Dress, which is about a boy, by Kristen Baldacchino and illustrated by Isabel Melanfant. I think that's how you say it. This is about a boy who wears a tangerine dress and is ridiculed for it by both his male peers and female peers, and at the end of the book they come to terms that it's okay, you can dress however you want, and how Morris is not any different than they are, as in like fun or creative. He just likes wearing a dress, so there's no harm in that, right? My kids really loved it. I did read a ton of other picture books, but I don't share or review picture books unless it's something like this that I think a lot of parents should read to their children, because it is about diversity and I really enjoyed it. 6 novels, 2 graphic novels, and a picture book. So 9 total. I think that's pretty good. Hopefully I can do better in the month of May. So let's get started on my TBR for that. I have 3 books here that I will be continuing from April. I have Guile by Constance Cooper. This is a, well, it's not an ARC, but it's a book that I received by the publisher for a review. HMH sent it to me, and it's okay. It's a 3-star for me right now. I haven't gotten into anything super amazing yet. I am currently on page 104. It's about 300 pages, 350, so hopefully I'm over that hump where it starts getting interesting. And then I am also currently reading Salem's Lot. I am right now on page 276. This book is about 750 or so pages. I am absolutely loving this. I have listened to this book about 98% of the entire time, and then last night I decided I wanted to continue reading, and I'm so glad that I did, because the vampires have finally shown up and now it's like super amazing and I cannot wait to continue. And then lastly, for the continued reads, is In the Woods by Tana French. Me and my friend Maddie, the Maddie Hatter, I will leave her channel link down below, are currently almost finished. We have 136 pages left, I think. We're going to try and finish the rest of it today. So I'm looking forward to that. Right now it's really captivating. The detective is in a bind and he doesn't know what to do, and his partner and him are on the rocks, and the case hasn't been fully closed yet, and so I'm looking forward to finding out what happens next. Alright, and then I have here all the rest of the books that I will be reading this month. After Salem's Lot, which I'm hoping to finish in the next 2 weeks, I'm going to be starting Pet Sematary. Again, this is the May's pick for the Stephen King 2016 read-along. So if you are reading along with me, I'm hoping to get through Salem's Lot really soon, and then we can start Pet Sematary. I can't wait. This is one of the scariest movies I watched when I was little. When Gabe came back from the dead, I screamed, and I was terrified of this little child, especially with the scalpel. So yeah, can't wait. And then I am also going to be buddy reading Blameless by Gail Carriger with Sylvia over at Wish Fulfillment. This is the 3rd book in the Parasol Protectorate series. The 2nd book that we read last month left off on a giant cliffhanger. Her and I freaked out. I can't believe that's happened. She's currently on chapter 2, so I need to catch up at some point, either today or tomorrow. This series is amazing, and again, it's an adult urban fantasy, so if you want an adult urban fantasy, you haven't picked this up yet, definitely check it out. It's really good. And then I also want to read Insanity by Cameron. Is it Cameron? Yeah. Cameron Jace. This was my TBR jar pick for last month, but I didn't get to it, and it's really short, so I want to pick it up this month. ASAP. I love any kind of Alice in Wonderland retelling, so I'm super excited to start this one. Next book I want to read is Something New, The Tales from a Makeshift Bride by Lucy Knisley. This book is her newest addition to her memoirs. It is coming out on May 3rd, so just in 2 days. I want to read this either tomorrow or Tuesday and then put up a review for you guys. I am super excited to read this. I love Lucy's writing and her illustrations are super cute, and I'm nosy and she's telling us her life, so I definitely cannot wait to read all of her wedding plans and stuff like that. So yay! All right, and then I have Beautiful Redemption by Cami Garcia and Margaret Stoll. This is the final book in the Castor Chronicles. I'm going to be reading this with Penelope over at Penelope's Picks. We have absolutely loved the series so far, and I cannot wait to finish this lovely book and then get on to the spin-off. I do own the first book. What is it called? Dangerous Creatures? I think it's Dangerous Creatures. So excited. There's a lot of stuff that needs to wrap up. I want to know what happens to everyone. So yes, can't wait to read it. We'll be reading this at the end of the month, the last 2 weeks of the month. So yay! I will also be picking up Long Lincoln by Lindsay Barraclough. This is a adult horror novel, and the sequel comes out on the 10th of May, which I've already pre-ordered, so I need to get to this ASAP. I didn't know what this was about. I just knew that it was a horror novel, and a lot of people gave it praise, so I put it on my wish list on Amazon, and I finally bought it. And then, yeah, I'm just so stinking excited to read it. I guess it's about witches, and I love witch books, and so the sequel comes out, and I can't wait. And it has like the same like bluish green cover to it, and so they're gonna match really nicely, hopefully, on my shelves, and I'm just so excited to read it. So yeah. And then the last book on my TBR list is Brain on Fire by Susanna Callahan. This is a nonfiction about this girl who went to a mental hospital and her journey while she was there. I don't know how long she was there for, obviously, so I can't wait to read it. Sylvia will be reading this at some point in time this month, and I decided I wanted to pick it up as well since I do own it. And not necessarily read alongside her, but read it and then we can discuss it together since we are both reading it this month. So can't wait to read that. That'll be my nonfiction for the month. So that is all of the books. So here's all the books that I'll be reading this month. Hopefully I can get through all of them. It seems like a bunch, and I obviously need to add more to the list because I am crazy. So I will be picking another book from my TBR jar, or this will never get done. Let's see what I get. Let's see. I have a piece of paper, and it says, read a ghost book. So, what ghost book do I want to read? I have a ghost book shelf, so let me just grab one from there. Okay, I have chose Bad Girls Don't Die by Katie Allender. I've read one of her books before. Her writing is pretty quick, and so I didn't want to have something that would be too deep. I wanted a fluffy ghost story for the moment. I can't wait to read it. I do own the sequel. I don't have the third one yet, so I should probably get that if I like this one, obviously. So yes, that will be on the list. So let's show you all of them. So this is my TBR for May. What are you planning on reading this month? Are you going to participate in the A Year-a-thon Readathon? So I believe that the A Year-a-thon Readathon starts tomorrow and ends on the 8th of May, and the topic is to do finish a series or continue a series. So I'm not going to make a TBR for that because I only have two books that I will be, or not even 2 books, just one. I will only be doing this book for the A Year-a-thon Readathon, Blameless, because it starts this week, and hopefully we can finish it this week. So yeah, that's the only book I plan on doing for the readathon. If you have any of the readathons that you know about that's taking place in May, let me know down below. And I think that's it. I have nothing else to say. I hope you guys have a wonderful week, and I will talk to you soon. Bye!